welcome. Thanks for taking the time to come and see what I'm up to. Now, not today. Yeah, that's going to be the title of the video, because for recent subscribers, you probably won't realise that I have got an outsunny polytunnel. Yeah, more on that when I actually recover it. And as you can see, it's falling apart, and this is only 18 months old. All right, now today I was gonna do a video of recovering it and going over how I do it, because I'd fixed the door and all the rest of it, but I'd done that in such a way that I knew when I come to recovering it, which you will have to do because they're rubbish, I could do it relatively easily, and I'll go over that in a future video. But no, not today. It's raining, it's windy, I'm just gonna have to wait. So instead, let's go into the proper tunnel. I say proper tunnel, the first tunnel's tunnel, and we'll have a look at it as it's winding down. So let's go inside there, because that hasn't fallen apart. Okay, so here we are back in my usual surroundings, if you like, inside the first tunnel's tunnel, which isn't leaking, hasn't ripped its sheet. Yeah, don't get me started. And like I say, I think like most people, everything's just winding down. The tomatoes are starting to crop really well now. As you can see, I've got loads still left to go. Elephant in the room. Not elephant. Have you seen this? Look at the size of this. It's the same size as a cucumber. That's 18 inches long, and grown in a deep root cell train. No, what was it? A deep cell root trainer. That's the way it goes. And the annoying thing is, Jimmy, if I'd only picked this one instead of the one I showed you, it would have won the bloody Who Can Grow the Biggest Carrot, because this weighs an incredible 770 grams. I would have beat that Meakin bloke, but never mind, he did it right and pulled it on the right date, so well done. Anyway, that's just a big carrot. All the others, because I've pulled all the early sown ones out of the cell trays, that's those. They did really well, and if you want to know how to grow them in cells, God, I keep getting this wrong. Root training cells. I'll stick a link to the video of that, because I've done it again. I've got some more on the go here now, hoping to grow some for Christmas. And it's a little bit of a faff, I'll be honest, but you get great results. The last of the cucumbers, well, I think it's pretty much the last, but I have got some successional ones growing. Bit of an experiment, and I'll do an update of that shortly. I've managed to grow some watermelons, which I am absolutely delighted about. These are the last two, some better than others, obviously. Last year I didn't get a single one. This year I managed to get 6, and I think a lot of that, yes, we had lovely weather, but I was given a tip by who was I given a tip by? Jackie Pendlebury, to hand pollinate them, and that's what I did. I had a little paintbrush, and as soon as whichever one it is, the male or female flower, opened that had the fruit behind it, I went to the whichever one it was, male or female, put my brush in there, and then pollinated it by hand, and I managed to get 6. So I am over the moon with that. I really am, and they're brilliant. Like I say, tomatoes. They're tomatoes. Me Everbear strawberries. They're still going. None of them get home. I just eat them. They're still going on. And the cherry tomatoes. If I move that, is that going to... Yes, of course it is. The cherry tomatoes have also done really well. Now, state of this. Look at the state of it. Cherry tomatoes in hanging baskets. Definitely be doing it again. These were cherry falls, sown at the end of March and then put into baskets on the 14th of May. And I think I did 6 baskets. Some of them are still going. This one is pretty much giving up the ghost. I don't know what this is, whether it's grass or corn, but despite being in the tunnel in one of the hottest summers, I did my best to water them regularly, and I even put in a tube when I planted them. There's a video of planting these, I'll link it in the description, to help me water them. But in all honesty, I think that was a complete waste of time. And all I ended up doing is with the hose lock long lance. Obviously they were up hanging. Tilted that down, and when I watered other things, I watered with this. Now I know what some of you are saying. Oh, it's for a hose. We can't use hoses because there's a hose pipe ban. Sorry. If anybody's got a hose pipe ban, I feel sorry for you. I haven't got a hose up here in as much as, well, I haven't got a tap. And all my water comes from water saved off the stable's roof and kept in IBCs. And I use, and it's got to be the #1 thing that, I'll put it like this, if it broke, I'd run out and buy another one tomorrow, and that is the Bosch 18-volt pump. And I did a review of that. I'll leave that in the description as well, because it means you can have the, what's the word I'm looking for? I hate this, because I don't script anything, I just have a go, and I generally forget me words. If you want the convenience, that's the word I'm looking at, convenience of a hose pipe, but using water from a water butt or an IBC, I just cannot recommend that 18-volt pump enough. It is amazing, absolutely amazing. And linked up to this, you can do anything with it that you normally would with a hose pipe. And I was going to say something about this. Oh yeah, I got this by mistake, if I'm honest. I was at a local shop of ours with a friend. We'd stopped off on the way back from somewhere. I was going to buy a some sort of watering gun, whatever you call these, and they were the short ones, you know, the normal one. But he said, why not get a long one? And I'm so glad he persuaded me to... Can you see it in front of that? I'll move this out of the way now. Persuaded me to get this, because you can do everything with it and you're not spraying the plants with it, which makes sense in my head, especially, you know, if you're watering tomatoes, because you can just get down on the soil. You can get up in your hanging baskets. This hose lock one, I'm sure others do it as well, is brilliant because you can adjust the pressure with this little knob. I just think it's brilliant. So there we go, hose lock. Other makes are available, I'm sure. Last bit, little harvest of the dwarf French beans. They have been so prolific and work really well. yeah, this is a bit of an impromptu one because I should be outside fixing that outsunny tunnel, but the weather is against me today, but I will have to do it soon. I just hope it doesn't blow apart anymore. So there we go. The tunnel's winding down. I'm not going to be growing a great deal in here over the winter because I've got some major outdoor projects to do. I need to build a shed because I haven't got a shed. I do everything in the tunnel here. So I think by building a shed, I can increase the amount of space I've got in here for actually growing, which will be, you know, what it's built for, not for sitting around in. And yeah, I've got sheds to build, I've got some more beds to build, and all things like that. So there we go. Like I say, not the one I was hoping to film, but you got to go with the flow, haven't you? So hope you found that in some way interesting or entertaining or whatever, and I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks everyone for watching. Cheers and go.